Welcome to the Penny.io offices here in Copenhagen. Today we are going to talk about digital insurance partnerships and why it makes so much sense for self-growth. We're going to have a visit from a distribution partner, FDM, and actually 2 insurance carriers as well. So what led us to build Penny Connect? 2 things. One is that insurance sales is moving online, and the other is based on the fact that no one lies in bed at night and dreams about an insurance. You think about buying a Tesla, a house, and that's where insurance becomes relevant. And that's why you want your insurances embedded out in these distribution channels. And that's actually what led us to build a digital platform that solves just that. And now we're going to hear from Kasper from FDM and his experiences around establishing a digital distribution solution for insurance.
FDM is a membership organization or a mobility club. We try to help car owners and car users, and they seek us for advice and also for good deals. And in that way we try to make their life as a mobilist easier. My role is I'm responsible for the insurance offerings we have at FDM towards our members in a private household. So we try to help our members get access to affordable and good coverages. Today we have a rather large size of membership database which consists of household owners and car owners and pet owners and families which are considered, I will say, rather attractive for most insurance companies. So in return of getting access to that database, we get really good prices and also best-in-class coverages. We started out by offering these insurances to our members with a rather or somewhat passive role for FDM. So it was this access to our members, and then the insurance partner did most of the work. I think our members have responded really well to our insurance offerings. First of all, it's really relevant to a car owner. It's by law something you need to have on your car, so it's definitely a relevant value proposition for FDM to have. But also we can see that our members tend to stay longer with us when they are also making use of our insurance offerings. So what we can see now is actually that we're getting many new members to FDM because of the insurance. So not only are we adding value to existing members, but we are also getting new members who sees this insurance offering as a reason to be part of FDM family. So 2 things Penny have helped us with is that they have created some quick calculation tools, so it's really fast to get to that point of what's in it for me. And second, by using widgets, we have been able to embed these calculation tools in no time into a lot of different and relevant touch points for car owners. We have a continuous improvements on a daily basis, and that is especially with help from Penny that we have made split testing and campaign tracking much more easy. I have 2 advices that's on top of my mind for a good partnership. First of all, customer centricity. Maybe a very basic advice, but nevertheless very important as it's often forgotten in the process. So keeping the customer and the customer experience at top of your mind makes discussions and negotiations much more easier. Second, I would say flexibility. Customer demands are changing and challenging, and so is tech and operations. So I think creating an agreement and you can say a way of working that keeps an open mind, and also making sure that processes can be flexible during the time of your cooperation is key to success. So having an agreement that is not setting a lot of boundaries is key to that as well.
Thank you very much to FDM. That was really interesting to hear their experiences in working with digital distribution of insurance. And Simon, why is this so important for insurance carriers to be embedded digitally with distribution partners?
So I think we need to start with the end customer. So there's a change in how end customers behave, how they engage with the distribution partners is typically more and more digital. And a crucial concept here is transactional proximity. So how close can you embed insurance to a product or a service that the end customer is actually really interested in, is waking up in the morning and actually interested in. And when you're getting close to the product or the service that the end customer wants, then you're eliminating customers seeking for second opinions on on prices for insurances and stuff like that. So you're selling more, and that of course leads to the distribution partners requiring those solutions from the risk carriers, from the insurers.
If you do this right in establishing this solution, what are some of the results that the carrier and the distribution partner can expect?
Your acquisition costs are going down, your cost of sales are going down, because now you are placing the product where the customer are instead of trying to move the customers. And to move customers digitally is extremely expensive. And I think that's one thing. And then everything is focused around what we see when we look at our data is that everything is focused around context. So, and even to a point where that matters in terms of conversion rate, that matters a lot more than the price of the insurance. So the context of where in a certain flow at a distribution partner's website or digital channels that you are exposing insurance, that matters more than the price of the insurance in terms of how much you're selling.
In your view, what are some of the consequences if they do not move this to a digital context, to a digital customer journey?
So I think basically because of the end customer trends, they are devaluating the partnership.
So what you're saying essentially that they'll be losing customers
exactly
if they don't move the distribution partnership to digital.
Because the distribution partners actually now are engaging with the customers digitally more than they are offline.
Could they risk losing distribution partnerships as well?
I would assume so, that at some point some distribution partners would focus on saying, all right, so we have this add-on to offer for our customers, but why should that be offline when our core product or our core services everything is digital? So I would assume so that distribution partners at some point are going really aggressive, looking for risk carriers that can actually provide them with a really nice online embedded digital customer journey.
Right. So if I'm an insurance carrier listening to this today, what could I do to make this to move a step forward in terms of digital distribution through partners?
Yeah. So we'll have to, of course, there's two ends here. You have a product that typically residing in some sort of core system, and of course we need to have APIs to build that or to actually move that up the chain, if you want to say it like that. And those APIs should actually be developed so they match standard e-commerce feature. And then you should spend a lot of time looking at the distribution partners and their various digital environments. So that might be website, it might be classic e-commerce, it might be apps, it might be whatever. And find out what is the customer journeys going on in there, and how do we actually place insurance into that customer journey. And that's why it's really important that you actually build a fairly flexible API that is modeled towards e-commerce and not towards supporting risk modeling. Of course, it should support that, but it should not start with that point.
Sure. So what you're essentially saying is invest in APIs kind of to sell insurance. And the other thing is find out how to provide a digital platform that caters for the customer journey of the distribution partner. To plug it in and embed it out there. One of the observations that I've done in the market is that a few insurance carriers have tried to establish these solutions for distribution partners, but some have failed, and some have built very bespoke solutions integrated into their distribution partners, which can come with some challenges. What's your view on that?
So I've seen the same things, and that has two major implications when we see in insurance carriers that are making very bespoke or custom solution to each distribution partner. That is, of course, that what are you going to do when you cannot use the data across all your platforms because they look different, all of them that you have offered to your distribution partner. And the second one is you're never going to get scale in this. You're not going to get scale in when you're building your solution. So every time it's going to be a huge investment, and you're definitely not going to get scale in maintenance afterwards and optimizing, of course.
And that's actually really relevant for the next part of this session, where we're going to hear from Tryg, the Danish insurance company, and how they're working with digital distribution through partners.
Tryg is a big Nordic insurance company. We are number one in Denmark, and we are the second largest in the Nordic region. We deliver insurances for all segments, private, consumer, and are very big in partnerships in the total Nordic region. It's very important to be relevant for the customers, and when you enter into partnerships, we have a chance to talk with these partners what is relevant for their customers or their members, and with that knowledge we can tailor the offerings we have for their customers or their members. So it is a way for us to be relevant for the customer and for having a better access and an easier access to these customers. And therefore we get the best customer experience, we get a lot of new customers, and the partner we have entered the partnerships with get very happy customers as well. The benefits for Tryg with working with the partnerships is of course the access to a group of customers that thinks alike. So we have the chance to tailor the customer offering for them, and that we have seen gives very, very high customer satisfaction. We have high conversion rates. The customers says yes to us a lot. They stay here longer than a normal insurance customer because we have the partnership and the insurer. So the customer are more happy and accepts and likes the partnership and the offering that we give them. So they stay longer. So that is very, very big advantage. The conversion rates are much higher than in our normal business. And of course, it's because we tailor the offering for the customer. It's because of the relationship that the partner has with the customer. And of course, it's because it's Tryg. So the combination of a good partnership and the best offering for the customer, it makes the conversion rates very high, but it also makes the customer stay for a lot longer than a normal insurance customer will. I think Tryg has for some years put innovation in as a very, very specific area that we want to focus on. So we do not only have it in our normal business, we have different areas in Tryg that only focuses on innovation, how to look into new products, what about distribution, and all these things. But what we are missing now is the total focus on the digital way of selling as well. So we are ready, we feel we know what we want to sell and what products we would like the customers to buy. So now we need to find a way not only to distribute by phone, by web pages, or by a consultant in the home of the customer. So the next step is getting all this innovation force into people's customer journeys digitally as well. Our expectations was actually to get the counsel, to get the knowledge of Penny and letting Penny helping us with how the customer thinks. And that is one of the most important things with entering this partnership, is that we need the expertise on not only the solutions, but how do customers think, what is their behavior. Our expectations has 100% been met with our cooperation with Penny. I think we are still in the beginning where we have gone live with some of our solutions, and we have a lot more to come. But I think one of the most important things is that we needed the knowledge of Penny around customer behavior. So the expectations there has been met fully, more than fully, I would say.
Thank you to Tryg. I think there was some really interesting points made there. And one thing it made me think of is, what, to your view, Simon, are some of the benefits that insurance carriers can get from working with a solution provider in establishing these digital customer journeys?
One thing that is very crucial is time to market. So the speed in how fast we can provide a solution. We've done this many times. We do it basically every week, right? And we have a standard module. So as an insurance company, you can tell your distribution partners that within a month your solution would be live. We have this digital offering for your customers that we can embed into your channels within a month. And that comes, of course, from the experience of having done this, and it comes from having the product that actually makes us module a lot of things technically. And then the second thing is, of course, performance of the solution. So we use our entire pool of solutions to do split test that is for everyone's benefit. They all get access to the executed insights of the data. So we actually know today how broad, how many pixels a shadow on a CTA should be when you're offering insurance products online. And I doubt that many insurers actually know that. And even if they build a solution and they manage to get it live and it's actually up and running, then they're going to spend half a year to get the sample size to actually get that knowledge. And we're constantly optimizing on this for everyone's benefit. And the third thing then is, of course, flexibility in this. So the distribution partners have a lot of different digital touch points and apps and stuff like that. So you have to have the flexibility to cater to all of them with basically the same core. And that's pretty much what we do. So that's why we're really good at it. Yeah.
Interesting. So what you're saying from working with a solution provider, they'll get faster to market on the digital side. They'll get higher performance, essentially selling more insurances at the end of the day, I guess, and they'll get the flexibility to actually, making sure that this work for the distribution partners out there that have quite high digital requirements on the insurance carrier. You work with distribution partners every day in establishing these distribution solutions. What is it you see are their requirements for such a solution?
Fundamentally, they just want a solution that fits their digital environments, their digital ecosystem that the customer interacts with them around. And that actually means that you need a product that actually matches their styling, their logos, their colors, their button shapes, stuff like that. And of course, when you do a platform solution, then it's extremely easy to scale this.
One of the things that has changed the way we all work is coronavirus. And that has obviously also changed the way we work with our clients. A great example of that is our work with the French company April. In a minute, we're going to hear what has their experience been in working with us. We've needed to change to a full virtual way of working with April. And I'm really intrigued of hearing about their experiences in doing work with Penny despite never meeting us.
The name of my company is April. There is the first broker in the insurance market in France, and we commercialize a lot of products in insurance, like motor insurance, insurance for construction, insurance for health. I mean that I am French. You are working from Denmark, and we never met during this project. And in 4 months. The beginning is really the RFP, the request for proposal when we met for the first time. And in 4 months, we succeeded to put the project alive. It was really challenging, but always in a good spirit. And it was not an easy project because as we said that it's really difficult to develop all the projects from the beginning on the RFP, then on the design part, then on the development part, and then on your UAT part, and without any physical contact, face to face. The key element was first of all the trust between us, because when we decide to go together on this partnership, we trust together a lot. The transparency, the expertise. That you are expert on your market, and you are efficient, and the structuration of the product. And I really hope that after all these difficulties and this particular context of Corona, I really hope to come in Denmark and to share face-to-face moment, and to drink with you guys, and to celebrate our project together. Yeah.
Thanks, Samira. It would be great to have a drink with you in the future soon as well. Thanks for listening in. We hope you enjoyed the contributions. Go to our website and download our white paper, and looking forward to engage more with you in the future. Bye.